and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you that are brand new, welcome. I'm excited that you decided to join me today. This is going to be my October favorites. And for those of you that have been following me for a little while, know that this is like my favorite type video, so to speak. I think other than the videos that I can record and we can kind of do chit chats. Mainly because I can actually grab a bunch of the products that I really feel passionate about, things that have really made my month and couple months actually very likable in the makeup process. And let me tell you girls, there's a lot of products on this makeup table right here right now, so I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to invite you to grab your hot toddy, grab your notepad, and join me for my October favorites. First, I have to give mega props to Target, their brand Up and Up. These are the oil-free cleansing wipes, the pink grapefruit, and these are said to be compared to the Neutrogena oil-free cleansing wipes, and it's really good for acne-prone skin. Luckily, I don't have acne-prone skin, but these I really like. They stay very moist, and by them being a cleansing wipe, they are thick, and they're very rich and very hydrating. So I have been loving these, especially this time of the month when I actually wear darker colors. It just really allows me to break that makeup when I'm cleansing my hands. If I'm traveling, then I always have something really quick and handy. It does smell like grapefruit. And you know, I got 25 wipes in it. I think they were only $3.74. Absolutely have been in love with these. Next, I want to actually move on to an Estee Lauder product. So I went from low end to high end really quick. This is the Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean Splash Away Foaming Cleanser. This is for normal to combination skin. This is my absolute favorite cleanser, and you can see that this is a small one because I actually found this in one of my free gifts with purchase. You guys know that I'm a featured artist for Estee Lauder, so oftentimes when I travel with them, I get my hands on great little samples, but this is the product that we actually carry in life size. And I had been using the mask, which was another part of the Perfectly Clean line, but the Splash Away is one of those favorite ones that I like to use during the fall because it really is like a one-step makeup process. You take all your makeup off at one time. It smells very fresh, very clean, and another big plus for Estee Lauder cleansers, they don't overstrip the skin, but you still feel clean. And you know, you don't have to run around right away and feel like you need to put a moisturizer on, and you definitely don't feel like you need to use a toner. So I'm absolutely in love with this Perfectly Clean Splash Away Foaming Cleanser by Estee Lauder. Another one of my favorite skincare products to use this time of year is my Idealist. It's a pore minimizing skin refinisher, again by Estee Lauder. And what I will say, the claim to fame for this product is, for those of you that are oily and have larger pores, it's really good because it does minimize pore size over time, and it makes the skin feel like a baby's bottom. So for those of you girls that are really dry, and you talk about dry patches and you know, kind of scaly skin, or even the skin that actually feels really tight, this acts as a very good skin refinisher, which is why I love it so much. But because it mattifies the skin, it also acts as a very light primer. I am not a big fan of primers on myself, only because my skin is pretty much normal to dry. But you know, Idealist is one of those products that I can actually really use, and I can definitely feel a difference on my skin before I actually go into my usual skincare regimen. So I always want to talk about this Idealist Pore Minimizing Skin Refinisher. Absolutely phenomenal. We've actually gone through all of the great kind of skincare type items, so let's actually move into some of the fun stuff, shall we? I have to give major credit to Anastasia of Beverly Hills and her Contour Cream Kit. This is the medium, and you can already see that I have I've hit pan on a couple colors, especially this warm coral right here, and I think the next one to go is going to be this banana. I absolutely love using those two products to really do more like an underglow technique. I will actually leave some videos in the down bar so I can actually show you how I actually apply this before I actually start the full makeup process. And then the contour areas are very creamy. I am in love with them. Especially, I think anything that actually makes this very portable, very easy for you to customize shades, I think is actually a plus to anybody's skincare regimen, whether or not you're going from super natural to full-on glam. I think this is actually a must for anyone's kit, from beginning makeup artists, budding makeup artists, to those of us that are pros. So I've been in love with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and of course I'm using the shade medium. Moving on, let's talk about foundation, shall we? I have raved over this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 24-Hour Foundation. You guys, this is probably the best, hands down, foundation I have actually found in the drugstore. forever. It says 24 hours. I'm actually going to say yes, I do think that this foundation could definitely last 24 hours, if not longer. It is phenomenal. I love the color range. The shade that I'm actually wearing right now was Creme Cafe. When I first actually fell in love with this product, I was wearing the caramel beige, and that was actually last fall, and my hair I think was actually red at that time, so I actually wore it in a much cooler hue, but now I'm actually wearing something a little bit warmer, and I think this shade definitely is spot on. How I like to use this product, I like to use more of a serum and mix it, and then I like to apply it on, and it gives me a very, very luminous glow. And I will tell you, now that I'm talking about this foundation, I have to mention this MORPHE. This is the M439 brush. Oh my God. These two together is a combination made in heaven. If you guys follow me on Instagram at love_Kiani, all of the photos that I have been posting for the past, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks, have been a combination of me blending out this foundation with the serum as well as this brush. And then of course I go back and remove any excess with a dampened beauty blender. I just can't get over it. And this product is only about $12. It's amazing for oily skin girls. I don't think you really need a serum with it if you do have oily skin. If you have dry skin this time of the year, I think it's really good to probably mix a little bit of moisturizer to give it a little bit more slip, or even to use a serum, and of course it's going to give it a little bit more of a luminous kind of glow to the skin. Phenomenal buy. I'm hoping you guys can actually find your shade in this Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I think it is second to none as far as in drugstore. And lastly, of course, I've gone from drugstore and I'm going back to high-end, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. This has been another one of my favorite foundations over the past couple months. I actually did a review on this product. I am just over the moon on how amazing the coverage is with this product. I think that it's really designed for cameras, as you guys probably already know. When I'm recording, if I'm on set, if I'm doing a bride, and I really want to make sure that skin is, for me, long wearing, as well as it looks amazing on camera, this product I think also is second to none. It is a little bit more on the pricey side, but you know, if you're going to be spending a lot of time in front of the camera, if you're really trying to get your angles right on the selfie, and you know, basically if you just want to look good and natural, like this product right here can all the way get you together. So I'm wearing the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, and the shade is Y455. They did an amazing job with reformulating this product, and it didn't lose any of its amazing qualities, and shall I say, they made it better. Lastly, I have to talk about one more foundation or skin-like product. This is the Aucoin Sensuous Skin Enhancer, and I'm wearing the shade SX09. Oftentimes, I want to create a little bit more brightness on my eye area, not necessarily concealing method. I usually do that with my Creme contours by Anastasia, but I really like to use this Aucoin product and create a little bit more brightness that's not so flash bulb like around the eye area. I do suffer from allergies. I do tend to be a little bit more puffier throughout the day, so I want, but at the same time you want your makeup to have a little bit more dimension, and I think this product really does get you together. I actually did a review on this product as well, so I'll make sure that I leave that in the down bar, so if you guys want to actually go back and see some of those videos, if you happen to have missed them, I'll make sure that you have quick access to them. Phenomenal product, Aucoin Sensuous Skin Enhancer. You know, and I keep saying I have one more skincare product, but you know what? Can we talk about this glow? Can you guys, can you see that glow? None other than Miss Anastasia Beverly Hills herself. I am wearing the Pink Nectar. This is the Illuminator. And shall I say, this product made me put my Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop down. Let's compare the two, shall we? This is Peach Nectar, and this is what it does. Let's try the Champagne Pop, shall we? Because I just really love both of these, but Champagne Pop is going to go on this side. Can you see that? So Champagne Pop is going to be much cooler, whereas Peach Nectar is much warmer. I am in love with anything that I can kind of dampen a fan brush, and this is an e.l.f. brush, and I'll pop it directly into this highlight right here and just wisp it in. Can you see that? I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Can you see how I'm just whipping that in? Just around the places that I just want to make glow, because I do like a, you know, more of a matte foundation, but this is the way that I kind of get a glow. I get a glow. So you're going to dampen your fan brush, and I'm using just a e.l.f. setting spray, which is another one of my favorites for the month. damping it and putting this on a, $2 to $3 e.l.f. brush and whipping it into this highlight and just popping it along the high points of your area that you really want to make stand out. And it is literally like throwing a flashlight on your high points of your face. So this Anastasia Beverly Hills, she did an amazing job. This is the Peach Nectar. I've heard about several of the other shades, but this is the one I got my hands on, and you know what? So, and I have not put it down literally since it arrived in the mail. Yes, love that. Next, I want to talk about my Lorac Mega 2 Pro Palette. Oh my God, you guys know that I'm a big fan of the Lorac products, and here we go. This is your 32 eyeshadow palette, and it goes from all of your nudes to your corals to your berries to your grays, your blacks. It even gives you pops of blues, and I think that they did an amazing job. Not one of these shades do I think that's going to be a hindrance from anyone from wearing. I think anyone can actually wear a combination of these products, and I think you could just create. But what I love the most about this palette is they give you all the tools that you need to create the definition that you need when creating beautiful eyeshadow looks. So this has been the product, and I've just popped all around the palette. I only see at this point in time 6 colors that I have not touched, and those are more of the purples, the more of the spring tone shades, but really cool shades that I haven't used just yet. But you know what, I'm actually going to pop into those tomorrow because I'm in love with this palette. So this is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, or Lorac Pro Mega 2 palette, and I actually found it at Ulta, so I'm hoping you guys can get your hands on this as well. And you know what, the holidays are right around the corner, so put it on your wish list if you haven't already received it. Let's see, we're talking about eyes, right? We're talking about eyes, so we can't talk about eyeshadows without talking about mascara. I have been in love again this month with the CoverGirl, the Super Size Mascara, and the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I think these two combinations together have really made my eyes, I get the depth, as far as the darkness that I want on my lashes. I get the separation that I want with this brush right here, which is really spiky. I hope I can get a good zoom in on it. It's very spiky, and the brush kind of moves around a little bit, and I think that's actually okay because you can really get control of those lashes. You can pull them out and really accelerate them almost as a lash primer, and then once that dries, I tend to go back on top of it with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara because the bristles are completely different. You can see they're much wider, but after you create the length and the separation that you really want with the CoverGirl, then you can kind of really go back and kind of wisp across them and just give those lashes just a little bit more something, just a little bit more something. So I've been in love with these two mascaras, and you know what, I want you guys to comment down below. Have you not seen one of these mascaras? Have you not tested them? Or what mascara is your favorite right now? I would like to know. Give your girl something else to try next one. A few more products in the eye area. I have to talk about this WetNWild. This is the Colorcon, and it is actually a eyelining pencil in the shade Bronze. It's an eyelining pencil, and I can kind of see why, because it is very creamy, if you can actually see how that comes off. But I actually sharpened this thing to the Dickens, and for 99 cents or $1.99, I can really get this pencil to create a little bit more texture in my eyebrows. It has a little bit more of a wax to it, if you can actually see that on camera. It has a little bit more wax to it, and it keeps me from having to go so dark all the way across the brow. So I tend to go heavier on the tail with more of my MAC strut, and then I go into the middle with this pencil right here. And just the combination of the two shades, I really think work well for me with my hair being blonde and crazy right now. So I've been in love with this, especially with the pencil being, again, 99 cents to $1.99. It does save me a lot of money with my MAC pencil being $15 to $16, because I'm not, grinding into my brows and then having to buff it down and then using a setting brow product all over my brows. So this has been an amazing drugstore buy. Next, I have to talk about my NYX. This is the Milk Pencil. You guys cannot be a stranger to this. This is one of the products that really give these almond shaped eyes a little bit more life. Can you see that? I tend to do a lot of photos and recording using this type of pencil because, again, when my eyes are puffy, I don't really want to rim out that lower lash line the way I have done right now. And I tend to go in the waterline. I like that this pencil is big and fat and it's very, very creamy. So it doesn't trigger my eyes to want to water. And you can just really, really work it in there. And of course, if you want to go underneath that with a little bit of eyeshadow or possibly even a different type of eyeliner just to kind of readjust the lower lash line, this is a great, great buy. And I don't think these pencils run any more than $4 or $5. So phenomenal. If the white is actually too light, I also use the, there's a pearl shade, and it comes in opposite colors. It comes in greens and blues and purples. I love using pops of color opposite of black and brown on the lower lash line, and they just kind of like make the eyes dance a little bit. So I'm definitely going to say give these a try. They have been a big asset to me and these watery tired eyes. And I can't talk about the lower lash line without talking about this fierce wing right here, girls. This is the liner that I've been using. It's the NYC Liquid Liner. I absolutely love the formula. I love the brush of this because you can really be, you know, as creative as you want to. You can make that wing really fat, or you can make it as thin as you like. Can you see that? It's a great buy. Again, another drugstore product. This only runs me, it's a little less than $4 in Target. NYC Liquid Eyeliner. Hands down the best drugstore eyeliner on the market. Moving on to lips, shall we? It's lippy season. Woo! And you guys have been watching me for a little bit, so I know you're probably wondering what shade is that you have on your lips, girl. Well, this is a lipstick that I actually bought last Halloween. This is Pagan Angel by WetNWild. I'm sure they actually have it. It's almost like a black. It's like a gray black. Can you see how intense that is? And wouldn't you know that I am lining my lips with a Too Faced eyeliner. It's actually one that I received in a goodie bag. And you have the eyeliner on this side and then the lip liner. But what happens is just the formulation of this pencil is very wet and very shiny. It looks like a lip liner, and I think for this time of the year you can really pull off those overly intense colors. So you know what, and WetNWild makes a very good lipstick, and it's, you know, fairly inexpensive, less than $4, usually found in your drugstore. So you can actually give something like this a try before you actually go and invest in possibly even a MAC lipstick. That's all we have for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. Remember to thumbs up this video for more favorites videos from me. Also, make sure you comment down below on products that you think I would like to try, because you know I don't like you guys keeping secrets from me, because sharing is caring. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.